We got Dan Plack to talk about the Eagles draft coming up. Exciting year. That right now, if everything holds true, they got the 24th pick in the draft, but they've got a lot of draft picks. They may be making some moves. I think they got 5 in the first 87 picks, 7 in the first 100 picks. I mean, they're right in there. If they hold steady at 24, who do you have them taking at that spot?
Well, right now I have them taking Kyle Wilson from Boise State, a cornerback, with them trading Sheldon Brown. And with Asante Samuel being not a great tackler.
Ole, yeah.
He's very good at making the interceptions. But
he's a ball hawk. He also, I read, Samuel has a buy, will probably get bought out after next season. He's due a big payday, and I think the Eagles are going to look to address this position.
In typical Eagles fashion, they would probably do that. He makes too much money, and these contracts look big on paper, but then they don't usually pan out the whole duration.
Right. Now, the Eagles do have the 37th pick they got in the McNabb trade. And they have their own at 55.
Yep.
The rumor has it they're going to use one of these picks, maybe with their own, and package it to move up. Where do you have them moving up to, and who they going to? In an ideal scenario, who are they taking?
An ideal scenario to move up into the top 10, maybe the top 5, to get Eric Berry, the safety from Tennessee.
Okay.
I think he's the best pure athlete in the whole draft.
But you don't think he's going to be there. So what's their backup if they're going to move up to get a safety? That's a position they definitely need.
Yeah.
Ever since Dawkins left, it's been an area of concern.
Yes.
So who are they taking if they don't get Berry?
I would like to see them move up maybe in the top between 10 and 15 and get Earl Thomas, a safety from Texas.
How do these guys compare out?
Well, I would compare them, and it may not be fair, Eric Berry more of a Troy Polamalu type safety, a hard hitter.
Okay.
And Thomas is more like an Ed Reed, more of a ball-hawking guy, but not a great tackler.
Okay, very good.
But he might have even better speed than Berry. So.
Other areas the Eagles need to address in this draft, what do you see in maybe some players?
But they need to get another center.
Okay.
Jamal Jackson went down at the end of the year, and he's about 30 years old, so it's time to groom another one anyway. So they could possibly take the center from Florida, Marquise Pouncey.
Okay.
You know, he would be there, I'm sure. The Steelers also like him, too. And then they need a corner, a safety, another linebacker. They need another defensive end. I know they just traded for Darryl Tapp recently. And but I don't think that Tapp is that Trent Cole on the other side.
Right.
They need 2 speed rushers out there. So they need a lot of help.
I've heard Carlos Dunlap from Florida, maybe a third-round pick, but I also know the guy takes plays off and he fell asleep at a traffic light in Florida. So a little bit of a situation there where I don't know if they want to get involved with the character of the guy as well.
A lot of guys have him going to the Eagles in the first round, and I would certainly hope not. Now, he could blossom and be a superstar, but you just don't know.
That sounds more like a Rich Kotite draft than an Eagles draft. Some sleepers that maybe Eagles fans need to be watching for in this draft. Who do you got?
There's a couple cornerbacks out there. One could slip into the first round, Kareem Jackson from Alabama. Good, solid, not spectacular as a ball hawk. He's more of a Sheldon Brown type. He can do it all, well-rounded. They like him. Also, there's a local guy, kind of local to Pennsylvania, from Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Try to pronounce his name.
Here we go.
Ansah is his last name. But like you said, he uses every letter of the alphabet.
Use the alphabet. Now we're going to call him Bob Jones.
Bob Jones.
You went to college there, right?
Yep.
For one.
He might be another.
Hard name to pronounce, but a very good player. I think he's going to make a name for him. His play on the field will speak volumes, I think.
Yeah, the only knock against him is his level of competition. If he played for Penn State, he might be a first-round pick.
Could this be a good draft for the Eagles? There's a lot of good players out here, correct?
It could be. I think they would either move up for a real stud player.
Impact player.
Yeah, a blue chipper, or they might stand pat and come away with 5 or 6 guys that can start or be contributors their first year.
Look forward to watching the draft and seeing his picks in this Sunday's Sunday News.